Hello guys, my name is Rastility, and I'd like to thank you all for 2,000 subscribers. I really don't know what to say. This is absolutely crazy that we've made it this far, and it's especially crazy that we're growing as fast as we are. Thank you guys so much for this huge milestone. I really appreciate it. Now, this will probably be a lesser edited video, and it's just going to be focusing on questions from this post I made a while back. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope that this answers some of your questions. Sorry if you're not included in the video. If I didn't include you, it's probably because I just didn't think the question was worth talking about in this video, or because the question you made was absolute garbage, or because someone already asked the same question. First off, we have these questions from Lightning Windsor. Number 1, if you could make videos on a game that isn't TDS, what would it be? It'd probably either be Town of Salem 2, Genshin Impact, or Robeats. The thing is about these games that 2 of them are completely dead and unheard of, and the other is impossible to make videos on. What would I do? Just make videos of me wailing hard-earned money on anime girls? Second, I'm going to skip this question. Third, if I could collab with someone, who would it be? That's a hard one. If I could collaborate with anyone, it'd probably be with someone around my size who makes similar content to mine. That's kind of hard to find nowadays, though. And fourth off, who is my favorite YouTuber? I don't have any YouTubers I watch religiously nowadays. I used to watch Nico Amalana before this happened. And I also used to watch a lot of Poofesher and Cub Scouts, but I've kind of stopped watching them as much as I used to. If I had to name one now, though, it'd probably either be Gideon or Skeeter Gene. I'm also a big fan of Trey Rags. Thanks for asking the questions, Lightning. Now we got a question by St. David. What is my plan moving forward as the channel continues to grow? Will I expand to other games besides TDS? The only scenario where I see myself drifting off from TDS is if TDS experiences another content drought like it did in 2023. However, I doubt that'll happen, so I'm not going to become a forsaken sellout anytime soon, if at all. I'm still going to try my hardest to come up with original ideas and videos. Thanks for asking the question, St. David. We have another compilation of questions here from Phoenix. Number 1, who is my favorite TDS content creator? I've been there for Corso since day 1, and even though I don't watch his videos nowadays, I still remember his first ever videos being about how to AFK macro gems and coins. Corso also just makes great videos nowadays, even if he has kind of drifted off from TDS. Second off, what's my favorite game outside of Roblox? When it comes to story games, I'm a massive fan of the Danganronpa series. However, when it comes to replayability, I'd have to say Town of Salem 2. And number 3, what made me start YouTube? Ever since I was a 6-year-old kid watching FGTV on my mother's iPad, I've wanted to be a YouTuber. I've made a lot of YouTube channels, and I haven't truly succeeded since this channel, which we couldn't have grown so fast if it wasn't for you guys. So I guess to answer your question, what made me want to start YouTube is the idea of doing some of my favorite stuff and having people watch. Thanks for asking, Phoenix. Next up, we have a question from Jack Connelly. I hope I pronounced that right. What gave me the motivation to make TDS content, and why specifically TDS? I just really like TDS, which gave me my motivation. I also just want to make good content to be something refreshing amidst the slop garbage TDS content that's out there nowadays. Thanks for asking, Jack. Next up, we have a question from Jan. I already answered this first question, so I'll just skip to the second one here. If I could relive a time in my life, what would it be? Well, I wish I could relive pre-COVID. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would say that as well. Life has just been different since COVID. It's not the same as it was before, and I don't know if that's just because I've grown up or if it's because of all the changes. Thanks for asking, Jen. Now, we have a question from Galactic. First off, we got a simple one. What is my birthday? My birthday is October 29th, 2 days off from Halloween. Spooky, right? If my mom just waited 2 more days, I could have gotten candy and cake on my birthday. Second off, do I plan on branching out to other TD games? Not necessarily. The scene for BTD6 seems kind of boring in my opinion, and TDX is just not my game. I'm sorry. However, if I were to switch, it would definitely be to Anime Vanguards or its new competitor, All-Star Tower Defense X. Those 2 games are the best games on Roblox and by far intrigue me the most since they both have a lot of strategy and mechanics that definitely make them stand out. I love Anime Vanguards, and you know what? I'm going to go quit TDS for Anime Vanguards right now. Sorry guys. In number 3, what's my favorite tower? Toxic Gunner. I really like Toxic Gunner. He's really fun in the early game, and he does alright in the late game. He's slept on. Thanks for asking, Galactic. We have a question from Fake Frost Ravager here. Do I think Alter Ego will be similar to Forsaken? I hope not. I love playing Forsaken, don't get me wrong, but the game can get really boring sometimes with how repetitive it is. I trust Alter Ego will stand out and will be a much better game. From the leaks we have so far, it's looking really good. Thanks for asking, Frost Ravager. We have a fairly simple question here from Kadar. How far do I hope my channel will go in subscribers? 1 billion subscribers. That is my goal. Now, sadly, that won't ever happen, but realistically, I'm hoping it will reach 50k subscribers. But right now, my biggest goal would be 2.5k subscribers. Then, we're shooting all the way up to 25k subscribers to beat a specific person in subscribers. Thanks for asking, Kadar. The GOAT, Mr. Paul Chan, is here. He has a very important question. If I could make my own tower, what would it be? I would make a high maintenance DPS tower that gives a high reward for constantly managing it. A perfect example of what I would make is a tower like Commando. Commando had massive potential that was wasted. He could have been a high maintenance DPS tower that makes you constantly have to shoot his rockets to get good damage output from him. So I would make Commando, but actually useful. Thanks for asking, Mr. Paul Chan. We have a question here from Cormac asking me how long I've played TDS, and also following up with another question. First off, I've played TDS since late 2022 in the Violent Night update. Second off, how long do I think TDS will stay relevant for? I think as long as TDS constantly updates, it won't fall out of relevancy. It stayed relevant for quite a long time now. Even when it was at its lowest point of not having updates for months, it was still somewhat relevant. It wouldn't just fall out of relevancy for no reason. It would have to get discontinued or abandoned. So, I don't think it'll happen anytime soon as long as Paradoxum keeps updating the game. Thanks for asking, Cormac. We have another question from WeeMooWorks, similar to the last one. What game would I switch to if TDS died? Honestly, I don't know. I'd probably switch between a bunch of games until I find one that I really like. I don't think any of you will know this, but I used to make videos on Super Mario Odyssey that have since been privated before I made this channel. So, if there's anything I do, it's definitely not that. So, thanks for asking, WeeMooWorks. We have a question from the Ducky. How do I sound so much older than I am? I don't fudging know. This is just my voice. I really don't think I sound that old for my age. Do I really sound that old? Just so you guys know, I used to be an absolute squeaker. If I can find a clip that isn't cringe, I'll play it right now.
If I was coming, I'd kill me probably. But I'll trap 10.
Oh snap! So, I don't know how my voice has evolved from what it was to how it is now. I can't control that. I don't know why you think I can. Thanks for asking, Ducky. Lastly, we have a question from Smiley Dude. Why do I not like Accelerator? There are multiple reasons, like how everyone glazes the heck out of him for no reason at all. Like, why? There's no point. He's not even that cool of a tower. His appearance got nerfed. Second off, I hate him because in 2023, the Balancers gave him buffs, while Engineer received nerfs. Why? Why did they remove your 4th century, Engineer? They did you so wrong. Thanks for asking, Smiling. Anyways, I hope this answered some questions. I might do another Q&A at another milestone. Thanks for watching to the end, and goodbye.